Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rewrite Your Reality. I am your host, Reese, and today I'm going to discuss thoughts, feelings, and how these things don't matter whatsoever in terms of reality creation. So, starting with emotional guidance system, which seems to be where everyone kind of like lands up and thinks about these things in some manner. If you're not familiar with emotional guidance system, it's from I think coined from Abraham Hicks. If you're not familiar with her, you should check Abraham Hicks videos and books and things like that. She's very famous in the manifesting circles, along with Neville Goddard and Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Wayne Dyer, whomever, right? Doesn't really matter. But she talks about the emotional guidance system, and I want to ad lib on that, on what I know about it, right? So, when you are thinking, or let's just have an example first. Let's say you had an argument with somebody, someone you care about a lot, or someone you don't know, and you had an argument, right? What typically happens? One, later on in the day, you start to think about different ways this argument could have gone. You're usually thinking about them from who you are being right then and there, right? You're taking who you are now and you're projecting it into this world, this new world. It is a new world. And you are having this experience of saying X and Y, proving your point, right? That's what we all do. We have an argument and then we think, oh, I thought about the perfect thing to say 5 hours later if I only thought about it then. You see, the reason you didn't think about it then is because you're not even that person that thought about it then, like at that point, 5 hours later in your perception. You're a different person. That's why you didn't think about it. You aren't the person who said it at that point in that way, and you aren't the person who even wants to say it, or you aren't the person who even wants to say it the way you want to say it now. It's completely different. You are different in every single moment. When you really get that, you are different from moment to moment to moment to moment. And I know it seems ridiculous, but even if you're watching the clock on the video, every second, this make it seconds, right? I am different. I am new. I am new. I am new. I am new. You are new and new and new and new. You're not the past moment that went by. It's gone. Okay, yeah, but I can rewind the video. No, but you are experiencing a different frame of reality from a different viewpoint. It might look like it's the same, and everything is different. It's completely different. It's splitting off and splitting off and splitting off into its own ideas. But they're all happening now. So when you're thinking about that argument that you had however long ago in your perception, from the person that you are now, remember you are creating it in that moment, right? So let's say it's someone you have a romantic interest in, or it's a lover, or it's a friend of yours, a family member, a business partner, whatever it is, right? And you wanted the conversation to go in a certain way. And sometimes it gets angry, sometimes it gets sad, sometimes it gets emotional, sometimes it gets loving, right? And depending on where you're going with this conversation in your mind, this inner talking, and how you feel about it is what you are believing in the moment. But remember that emotional guidance system is not telling you you are going in the right or wrong direction. It's telling you what direction you are going in. Your GPS is saying you wanted to go that way, but you're going this way. That way is a U-turn. You can keep going in this direction, but I'm going to keep telling you what you wanted is that way. You can keep going in this direction, but I'm telling you what you wanted is that way. You see, the GPS doesn't guide your car. It tells you which direction you're going, or which direction you need to go for what it is you want. Right? That being said, if you are feeling really sad, really upset, thinking you need to fix this, thinking you need to do something or something else to undo what you did or redo it or whatever, in that sense, right? That is, and you feel bad about this, you feel unnerving about this, you feel anxious about this. What your emotional guidance system is telling you is that right now you are believing in a reality that is no longer true for you. That's what it is. Those little triggers that you feel, like sometimes you think about something anxious or you see something that's contradictory to what you want, and you feel like this emotional build up. Heartbreak. You feel heartbreak. It's you saying to yourself, hey, this is no longer a reality that you are aligned with or prefer. The person that you love breaks your heart. That experience of having your heart broken by this person and that heartbreak is you telling yourself, hey, I no longer prefer this. Not that you no longer prefer them. You no longer prefer the version of you that experiences heartbreak. That's what it's telling you. I think you are believing in something is no longer true for you. Feel it. I'm not saying don't feel it by any means. Feel it real. It is a real experience. All experiences are real, right? In experience. But they don't exist outside of your experiencing of it. You see, heartbreak doesn't exist anywhere else outside of your experiencing of said heartbreak or anger or depression or sadness or anxiety. And I know that there's ample evidence of the contrary. Like we have medication for some of these things, right? You don't need it. I'm not saying stop taking it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to be a doctor. I'm telling you about reality creation, right? So bear that in mind. You don't need anything. You only need your own I am awareness. That's it. If you are aware of a version of you that is healthy and you are thinking about how you are when you are sick and you feel sad and you feel depressed and you feel anxious about this, it's because you are no longer aligned with a version of you that is sick. And then you accept this. Accept that you no longer align with it. Say, okay, what am I aligned with? I am aligned with that version of myself that has always been healthy. I am aligned with that version of myself that has always had these wonderful conversations with the person that I love, people that I love. I'm not the person that has my heart broken. I'm the person that's chosen, and whomever I choose, that reality exists here and now within my awareness of it. I am that identity experiencing it. And I am right now that version of myself. Everything is rearranging around who I am. And that feels good. That feels good to you. But the reason it feels good is because it's true. And what we often do is that when we have this conversation where we think we fixed something, oh no, we changed it now, you start to become hopeful. But now hopeful can very quickly become not so nice feeling, right? Because when you put hope out there further and further and further and further and you never get to it, how do you feel? Not good, right? Like, what if you're hoping for this thing that always moves one step back when you take one step forward? That's madness in a sense, right? That's why hope can become very unhopeful, because we're so used to movies and series and things like that, where the main character, oh no, I'm gonna hope. But here's the thing, you know the entire movie is written, is shot, is there on the screen. You know when this guy just says, I hope, and you know it's done. You already know it's done. The character knows it's done. The character in the movie doesn't know it's done, but the actor does. So he can say, yeah, I'm hoping. But he's going forward, but the actor's going forward in the scene knowing it's done already. Like, you're going to experience the fulfillment that already exists as this movie, right? But when you're hoping in your three-dimensional world, you don't know that. You don't feel that. You're creating this idea of hope that what we think it is. So when you go with the intention, I am that, I'm not going to hope anything. I'm going to make the absolute and utter delusional assumption that who and what I am consciously choosing to be in my imagination is brand new, is within me, is something that my higher self is already manifested as, and I am, as that higher self, can embody that version of myself right now. And who I'm imagining is reality. Who I'm imagining myself as is reality. And my three-dimensional world is nothing more than a projection of that, starting right this moment. It's unfolding and changing right now, because there's no set reality. There's no set objective reality. It's this moment that you're experiencing continuously. It's a projection from who you are, from the very heart of who you are, projected out. And everything you could be is projected out, but your dominant thought is what appears in your physical reality, in your physical awareness. You have a physical awareness. You can't see past certain points. You can't hear past a certain place. You can't touch past a certain, I mean, your hand, obviously. You can't taste what you aren't tasting. But you know all these things exist. You know things you don't like taste exists, but they're not coming into your awareness for you to taste them, or hear them, or see them. Because they're not your reality. They're just different realities. It's always changing. So when your emotional guidance system, your feelings, are not feeling good, it's because you're believing something that's no longer true for you. But when you feel really good, I am that person I want to be. I am that person I want to be. I am that person I want to be right now. I am standing where I want to be standing. I am holding who I want to be holding. I have the money I want to be having. I have the car I want to be driving. I have the plane tickets to that destination I want to be in. Right now, I have it. I have that experience within me. I'm one with it. That feels good. It can feel natural, can feel new, can be quite neutral, but it feels good. It feels really just relaxed and blissful and wonderful. Because it's true. You're in emotional guidance system, you're saying it's true. And the moment you say, but am I, you don't feel good. The moment you have any thought that says otherwise, you don't feel good. Why? Because in that moment you're not believing in that. I'm not saying keep changing it to saying no, I am. No. Let them all just be there and know I am. Know that the feeling is just saying, hey, in the moment you're believing in something that is not true. That's fine. Leave it. Because you know who you are. You know who you are. The thoughts and feelings don't create anything. They don't do anything. Sometimes you feel like, oh God, there's so many. I gotta sort at least this one out because I'm not understanding something. If I don't understand something, I'm not gonna get what I want. If I don't get what I want, I'm gonna be sad. And if I'm sad, I'm gonna keep on creating stuff that makes me sad. Funny little loop, eh? But that's the thing. Those thoughts and feelings don't create reality. They'll never create reality. They're just an experience of reality. That's it. They can create reality in the sense that you are saying that this is who I am, but it's still you being source. It's you saying that's evidence, and then you telling a story. You can tell a story and make that evidence irrelevant. So it's always going to come back to you, right? So when you make your own awareness of what it is you are being, doing, and having, that's reality. That is reality. That is reality anyway. When you make your own awareness that this image that I'm imagining, this person that I'm imagining into and as, this frame of reality that I'm occupying with my awareness, creating this entire world, when you say that's reality, and this little voice in your head that's saying, but do you really know this is reality? And you say, tell the little voice nothing. It's like, no, tell the voice nothing. Because it bows to you. Let that voice be there. Make it louder. Do you really believe in this? And say, nothing. I am not where I want to be. And imagine it anyway, because my imagination is reality. Who I'm imagining myself is who I say I am, regardless of anything. Do nothing with those voices. Do nothing with the thoughts. Do nothing with the feelings. They don't do anything. Just remember that when you are thinking them, you are creating it right then and there. If you go watch a movie, or movies that you have watched, and you watch bloopers of these movies, like the alternate takes and stuff like that, you'll realize how many different scenes there are for this exact same scene. And then you think, how did they even pick this one? You know what I mean? It's like I prefer that one, but someone else preferred this one. And you realize how many versions of reality there actually are that you're not even aware of. That you just thought this movie was perfect, but then you could see another scene, oh my god, I prefer that one. Because you are a different person. And you prefer something else. So, that being said, thoughts and feelings do nothing. Your own I am awareness is what creates everything. So be aware of what it is you want to be what it is you want to create, and just stay in that knowing that's who you are now. I am your host, Reese. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the following. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for Thank you for the love, and I'm grateful for all of you to be here, truly. I have a Facebook group available if you want to join and catch up with me there and ask me stuff there, and request videos or topics and things like that. I'd love to hear from you. That being said, I am your host, Reese. This is Rewrite Your Reality, and I'm grateful for you. Have the most wonderful day. Love and light, and bye.